Hey everybody, happy 2021. Well, in this part of the world, it's winter outside, it's pretty cold, and I decided to make something that's pretty warm. And when I think of warm heating spices, apart from chili peppers, I think of ginger. Now, ginger is a rhizome, which is understood to mean a stem that grows underneath the ground. Now, you can buy it like this, but you can also get it like this. See, this is a ginger plant. I took a rhizome, put it in the ground, grows like this. The leaves are edible. It's a wonderful plant. Now, the history of ginger is pretty interesting as well. It's because it's native to the South Pacific in Asia. And what happened was, in an area what's known as the Australo-Indonesian Peninsula, you had a lot of migration. A lot of people got in their canoes. They brought this with them. And some wound up in Indonesia, some in Australia, some in India. And this plant was cultivated along with its relatives like turmeric and galangal. And it became a staple in a lot of the diets in those particular regions. I'm going to talk about the Indian version of it. And I'm going to do a dish called buni gobi, or pan-roasted cauliflower, and maybe a couple of parathas, wheat bread to go with it. But it's for the homely, warm feeling you can get from it. And if you're interested in planting ginger, it's pretty easy to do. See right here, they have these little eyes, just like a potato. You take it, make sure it has enough eyes, put it in some dirt, nice and shallow. Just make sure it's humid enough. You give it enough water, enough sunlight, you get a plant. Anyways, let's check out what's going on in the kitchen. To start off with, we're going to use 2 russet potatoes that we've cubed up. We're going to put them in a wok full of hot oil. Now we're going to stir them around in here until they get a little bit of gold on them. Not too much though. So once the potatoes have a bit of color on them, we're going to transfer them to another pan. See, scoop them up, and we're going to put them in the other pan. Afterwards, we're going to take our cauliflower and do the same procedure. So try and keep as much oil in the wok as you possibly can. The next step is to fry up the cauliflower. Now we're going to do this in the same pan, and if it needs a bit of oil, just add a bit. But remember, don't be too heavy-handed with the oil. To add heat, here's some ginger and chili paste that I've made. We're just going to add this straight in. Boom. Afterwards, we're going to add turmeric. Now this is a relative of ginger, and it's renowned for its anti-inflammatory properties, and it adds good color and flavor as well. Afterwards, about half a teaspoon of salt, just to season it up, make it taste really good. Then we're going to add a bit of water or vegetable stock. Then we're going to cover it, and we're going to cook this out for about half an hour. Stir it occasionally, and if it's too dry, add a bit of liquid. Once you're done, you lift up the lid, and we have buni gobi, pan-cooked cauliflower and potatoes. Real good comfort food, and it's easy to digest too. Now, aloo paratha is basically a stuffed griddle bread. Now this one has dried mint, black pepper, whole wheat flour, and water. That's it. We put some mashed potatoes in the center, then we fold it all over into itself, into another ball, then we roll it out again, just like this. Afterwards, you put it in a hot pan until the little golden brown flecks start to appear. You flip it, and you're done. So, buni gobi, aloo paratha, lots of ginger and turmeric, rhizomes from the Pacific to India to North America to your table. Try it out. Have a warm 2021, everybody. And if there's something you want to see, let me know. Share, like, and subscribe.